Praise the Lord, everybody. So I've asked you to pick a journey in the Bible, study it, read about it, and tell your home fellowship a lesson that you learn from that. And, you know, I don't want to be cheated out of this opportunity. I love the chance to share with you about one journey. So let me tell you about a journey taken by a man named Barzillai. It seemed appropriate to me to come to a bridge because the journey I'm going to talk to you about includes the crossing of a waterway, actually the crossing of the Jordan River. Barzillai took a trip from his home to support King David when King David was kind of on the run, a great time of discouragement and depression and setback in his life, because his son Absalom had been rebelling against him, and David fled from Jerusalem, crossed the Jordan River, and this man Barzillai supported David while he was, you might say, running from his son. But when the rebellion was put down and David was headed back to Jerusalem, you can read this in 2 Samuel 19:39. So all the people crossed the Jordan, then the king crossed over. The king kissed Barzillai and bid him farewell, and Barzillai returned to his home. Barzillai returned to his home because he didn't want anything from the king. He didn't want any reward from the king. He didn't want to be made part of the king's court. Barzillai wanted one thing, just to encourage King David. And he did the entire time that David was in Gilead, on the east side of the Jordan River. Well, let me tell you an experience when I met a Barzillai myself. My wife and I were on vacation. We went to a nice seafood restaurant, and as we often do, we got engaged in a conversation with a guy who was sitting nearby us, and we told him about the church and about our salvation and about serving the Lord and what wonderful people God had placed us with at Living Word Church. And our conversation went on quite a while, and then he left before we did. So my wife and I finished our dinner, and we asked for the check. The waitress came to us and she said, your bill has already been paid for. What do you mean? The man who is sitting next to you paid for your dinner. Really? I don't even know his name. He's gone? She said, yeah, he comes here a lot and he's a very nice man. We know him very well. I said, no kidding. He just paid for our bill and then went on his way. He wanted to encourage the servants of the Lord. He was a Christian man. We found out that he was a Christian man. He just wanted to support the servants of the Lord and then go on his way. He didn't want anything in return from us. His reward, I guess, will come in glory when he meets the Lord. But he reminds me of Barzillai, somebody who doesn't want anything but just to encourage the servants of the Lord. That's my study about a man who took a trip. Barzillai took a trip from his home to the crossing point of the Jordan River. What's your study about? Good morning. Praise the Lord. God bless. Have a good home fellowship.